Good evening, everybody. My name is Dr. Digby James Wren, and I'm here to share with you a new collaborative effort between some of the most influential media commentators on geopolitics in the world today. You've seen them on your screens, YouTube and all other platforms, Twitter, social media everywhere, Facebook and so forth. And amongst those is my good friend Warwick Powell, who's organized this collaborative effort, and Aina Tangen, Arnaud Bertrand, and others. And collectively, we've presented this program to discuss a multipolar peace. Working towards peace, I think, is probably the most important goal for anybody working in politics today. And we see a situation where there are two wars, one in the Ukraine, one with Israel against Gaza, and a third front along the periphery of China in Taiwan and the South China Sea, for example. The United States is reticent and doing everything it can to maintain hegemony, to keep the unipolar moment after the fall of the Soviet Union going forever. But that makes up only 5% of the world's population. And today we can see that right across the world, Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, Egypt, Ethiopia, Iran, Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, all joining together. And today they have a platform, the Belt and Road Initiative, which allows them to use the ports and infrastructure constructed all across the world and the superstructure of digital services, of cross-border transactions and digital currencies to de-dollarize, to take away the one thing that maintains this dream of unipolarity, continuing and permanent polarity by the Americans, which is the power of their dollar. But we're going to discuss all these questions together tonight and go into different perspectives, European perspectives, American perspectives, Asian perspectives, Australian perspectives. I personally live here in Phnom Penh, Cambodia, which was a very fraught country. Only 40 years ago at year zero with the Khmer Rouge, which has had a renaissance more recently, and which also dreams of joining a multipolar world, a world where ASEAN as a bloc is secure and not being consistently and constantly interfered with by external powers, specifically the United States and Europe and its allies in Europe, the same allies in Europe that are conducting the war in Ukraine and turning a blind eye to Israel's aggression against Gaza. This situation, this move towards polarity, multipolarity, is not a new idea, but today it's taken shape in the form of the BRICS Plus, the non-aligned movement, the Bandung Conference, the non-aligned movement, and it's been able to harness the economic power of China to give it a model and to build a international superstructure on a substructure of infrastructure. So that's a very confusing way to say it, but substructure of ports, pipelines, rail, roads, you name it, anything that connects one country to another, people to people, cities to cities, countries to countries, and then a superstructure of services, of cross-border transactions, digital services, legal services, accounting services, all the services that the United States basically controls today is slowly being eroded by the global majority as they have access that they've never had before. And this is powering the new multipolarity. So tonight we're going to discuss this in depth. This was pre-recorded this morning, but once again I want to say thank you to Warwick Powell for organising this, and we look forward, all of us look forward, we all expressed our desire to be able to collaborate more and to give voice to the deep desire by the great global majority for a peaceful world where the material well-being of people is the top priority of all governments, where cooperation is the primary means of solving disputes, progressing, looking after climate change, maintaining stability, political and economic stability. And so I hope you enjoy this emission, and it's my great pleasure to be part of that. Thank you very much.